My name is Jeff.
Douche.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Boner.
Baba Booey.
All week long.
All rise, and I hope you're wearing shorts today. I know it's hot for most of you or many of you, but
it's going to be over. It's going to be 100 tomorrow here, and that's not counting the heat index. So we're looking at 110 perhaps tomorrow.
Yeah, it is a hot one today. We're just going over conspiracy theories about the gas stations near me, and then Mikey goes, "Well, you know what? I think that they're sabotaging themselves so that you buy the expensive drinks." That's what I just had to do.
They're running up the ticket value. They're trying to get the most bang out of you.
That's
But
what I'm thinking.
wow, we're in a very nice courtroom. A lot of
Yeah,
stonework back there.
A new courtroom. I just made the jokes about the judge talking about how he can't wait until court is done so they can move them damn desks out of the way and bring in the pool tables because that lighting.
Perfect lighting for that.
Yeah. There's just to give you an idea. Wow, that is very hard to. It's a terrible picture, but anyways, yeah. There's your heat index for tomorrow.
Creed, there's humidity all over that. I mean, it's hard to see. I mean, I don't know about you, bud, but when it gets humid, hard to see.
Yeah. In the 110s. No, thank you. No, thank you. Anyways, welcome, one and all. Hope you guys had a great weekend. We are here, ready to go. We got a case, jump around a little bit and see what's going on. Yeah, new courtroom here. Let's start with this. And we got Judge Herman ready to go with a new camera angle. Actually. Yeah,
he's updating.
Recommend that he continue his treatment, through meetings and things. We can do that.
Okay. Well,
so he can get back to
I
work.
work with you. I mean,
oh, he would just grab his crotch.
Yeah.
Well, the guy next to him was just digging in his ass.
It's inappropriate for court, son.
I mean, agreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you've done perfectly on getting yourself back to where you can.
Is the judge's name Capper?
Yes, sir. Make the kind of money that
Capper.
you're capable of.
Donald.
Yes, sir.
So
Capper in it.
there's nothing more important than not falling back.
For sure. Yes, sir.
You come after court if you don't have a drinking problem. We can
play a few games.
Yeah, bring your quarters.
You were here, you heard the woman, she's got a really good job, but she doesn't like it.
Yes. Yes.
You got.
I love what I do.
You've got a skill that
Chuck loves what he does too, right, Chuck?
Nobody has the skill.
What's the skills he's
I
got?
don't know of anybody, so you've
stealing.
Don't throw it away. And Roger Smith, you've had a good day, haven't you?
I've been pretty good today, yeah. I'm getting out a decent hour. I'm pretty happy.
We're at 93
I
today.
mean, what could you ask for other than someone like him and the one that you
It
just
makes
had?
my job a lot easier to say it's a good report. I don't have to defend the report. I
Well,
say,
thank you, Chuck.
Look what he's done. And he's done all the hard work.
Chuck's the man.
I'm just kind of along for the ride with him. He's done all the heavy lifting.
Thank you, Jared.
We wish you
No pun
well.
intended.
Yes, sir.
That you
We wish you the
do
best.
well in your work and you continue to succeed. How old are you?
I'm 28 years old.
See,
Ooh,
why
he looks
did it
48.
start for you?
Well, I was married. I'll tell you a little bit. I was married a decade.
Tell you a
Went through a bad
story.
divorce in
Yeah.
2018, and
I think you see that.
me,
Green
I've worked
screen.
out of town since 2012. And
This is
started hanging out with
106
friends
heat
and,
index right now.
You know what I mean? The drugs seemed to numb the pain and get rid of the thoughts I had. So.
Oh, the
That's where it took
drugs.
Me, but I'm definitely glad to not be waking up sick every morning and be able to get back to where I was for sure.
Yes, they say people, places, and things.
It is
People, stay away from those people.
for sure.
Places, don't go to the places.
Yep.
And things, you know what they are.
Bob.
Oh, yeah.
But again,
Ooh.
Nice. I was a Bonita.
I believe you're the third.
Jealous as hell.
True success story I've had today. And I'm going to tell you, I have days when I don't have one.
The ghost of Michael Jackson.
I feel honored to be doing this job when Judge Capper isn't here. I get to do these cases.
Oh, he's not Judge Capper, apparently.
Oh, well.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, let me go hit that rock now. Thanks, Judge.
Oh, you're not Judge Capper? Well, have a nice day.
PRD 220773 A and B.
Uh-oh, Creed.
I already feel bad for him.
He's getting that sympathy. You know why? Because
I'm going to jail.
It's so much fun seeing the OG, the actual ones.
they're fun to dig up.
Now, you can really make my day by telling me you got your license back.
No, Your Honor. Actually, yeah, I got to go July 8th instead of June 8th. That was my bad. I read the paper wrong. So my driving test is July 8th.
Okay, and are you injured from a car wreck?
No, I was at work accident.
Of course it
So
was.
what's wrong?
I dropped glass with my big toe and broke it.
Oh, Jesus.
Is it going to keep you from driving?
No.
Good. And what
No, I just drove over here. Sir.
glass did you drop on these?
Keep you from
I'm
drunk driving.
actually working for a smoke shop and we're putting the
Oh, I
glass
bet you.
cases together. It's you
Sweet.
put items in and there was a box of just the tops and it slid out of my hand.
Tell us about your best-selling vapes, dude.
There's not much you can do with the. Wait a minute.
At least he come dressed for
I
court
guess you can, but
appropriately.
Yes. Yes.
We wish you well on that.
I was hoping for
We
cutoff
continue,
jeans, but
to get
you know
your
those are
license.
his nice
Where
shorts,
do you
too.
live?
Definitely nice shorts.
Chesapeake, the 243 basically.
Okay, you live in Ohio now. Good.
Yes.
After court, yeah. I'm telling you.
How much time do you want?
July 8th is when I'm taking my test, so anytime after that, Your Honor.
July 18th.
It's going to be legal soon, ladies.
And where do you
Shame on
work?
indeed.
I actually work for a handyman service. My buddy owns a handyman service and I work under him.
Okay. July 18th, 2022 at 10 a.m. And
I like that they have the scrap
get that
paper
license
box there.
and
Lisa,
keep it.
how
Yes.
are you?
And they've been using it. And they've got the bank,
Good day,
you
guys.
know.
All right, court's adjourned.
Ain't nobody stealing one of my damn pans.
Court's adjourned. Somebody bring in the pool tables and the jukebox.
Everybody, all right, everybody pitch in and help move this damn desk out of the way. What's on tap today, fellas?
Clear the floor. Clear the floor.
Oh, wait a minute. He's stripping down.
Oh, hello. I
And
feel
he
like at any point one of these dudes could slip and fall and be
get up. I can't get up.
I particularly liked his exit straight out that door super fast, like he was a rock star and just got done with the concert.
Judge Herman with a new angle. We can see everything
I
now.
like this. I really do. And Jamie, is this the same one that had the cigarette out of her mouth, or is this a new one?
Oh yeah,
There you
there's
go.
right there. There she is. That's oh, Jamie Riley. Wow, wow.
Flusher, this is true. I would have expected him in like cut off shorts and cut off tank, but
Got Jamie Riley and Jan Potts,
nice
both
lamp.
with amazing angles.
But most importantly, right up here, if you look at these tables, that's what the lady that we hear all the time that gives just as much sass and or being a bitch towards Herman, really. You'll see her in a minute, and you see her working all of her piles of papers, which I think is so funny because I mean her mess is not as bad as Judge Herman's, but it's pretty good one.
And if you hear Judge Herman talk to her, I mean, you know what we're
Does
talking
he look like a bitch?
Well, I guess we have a little lull in the action. I want to tell you, don't forget Mini Chase Monday coming up on. We got a chase today at 405 Lacer.
A lot of good stuff, some new stuff, some old stuff, and some stuff It's just somewhere in the middle, I guess. These ladies are both very happy to be here in court today. Jamie, by the way, before we went live, she was doing some of the most elegant smoking you've ever seen.
Yeah, she had 100, a big long one. Let's go over to the bookcase court real quick and just see what's going on until Judge Herman gets things cranked up.
What's going on in the pubic library?
Further deterrent, I'll add a $250 fine payable over 6 months. You pay it all sooner, but it's about $40.
Well, Robert, I missed you. Hallelujah. Big week. Robert took number one again. I got to share that, but I forgot Friday.
Numero uno, the big cheese, the top dog.
I would say maintain employment or maintain military service, whichever the case might be.
Is it father versus son in here? What is going on?
Yeah, it's almost Dad's Day, so they wanted to get it worked out before the weekend so they can have a little barbecue together.
Sure.
Military file. Another incentive to do it would be the fact that we have a lever over you too.
Right.
Hang good. Somebody get this guy a cough drop.
Plus, of course, your
So this chick got arrested prostitution this weekend for offering an old dude a blowy. Take a gas. Circle K.
Start hanging out by the pumps is what you're saying.
Don't violate federal.
I got a real laugh about the we'll wait till Chase. I got something funny for you about the
all the rules and regulations for
Chrissy, if I was doing any better, what did he used to say? What if I was doing any?
If I was doing any better.
No, thank you. Any questions right now?
It's been so long now, I don't even remember the line.
Get you up to the probation department. They'll get you
Judge Roy Bean, everybody.
started in the process. And after that, orders ordered. No better choices, right?
Herman back on there boring the living crap out of me over here at the bookcase.
Well, Jan's taking us on a tour of her home right now. She took us to the bathroom. I
She got to drop a deuce.
She wearing bicycle shorts. What is she wearing?
What is that in the hallway? A motorcycle?
It's a motorcycle.
You just have to have a great
Oh,
passing
yeah.
grade in classes.
Well,
hey now.
somebody
Hello,
else
Monday.
Somebody's
Got a week we're gonna have, huh?
looking to fill up that dirt bike.
What a great start, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean,
This is gotta be the court rules.
Question is
Actually, that's pretty much what he did the first week he was with us.
yeah, he's no mask.
and she has her just panties on at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
Okay,
notice.
well.
Full frontal shot of her panties. Well,
Not many about that.
Let's go back on the record.
yes. Hello, boobies.
Michigan versus Molina.
Moena. Didn't she have a show on the WB?
That was a nip.
Okay. So let's go ahead and continue and let's do the arraignment. Mr. Turner, did you?
Just trying to get kicked off of YouTube for the week. I need a week off. I don't know about you, but
My vacation isn't until next month. We can slow it down.
For the purpose of today, I have gone over his rights. You signed an advice of rights sheet. I think the court has it up there. We'll waive formal reading of that. We've gone over the 3 charges. We will
See?
waive formal reading of those.
I need to turn on a microphone to that podium.
Going to request court appointed counsel. His income may be such that he still qualifies.
My God, look at this tour we're getting.
Cheap.
Is that true, Mr. Molina, that your lawyer
Anything
went over the
seductive.
charges, penalties, your
There we go.
rights, and you understand them?
I mean, if you don't see
You want me to go
people
over the
smoking,
charges, penalties,
pissing in a
like-
cup,
Okay.
I mean,
And find defendants
you can
knowingly
see that.
voluntarily waive that.
I don't know if that's a.
We are
I don't know
going
if it's a
to
chicken nugget or a whatever it is.
I believe that's a whole
go
breast
ahead
of
and
chicken,
set
like
your
a giant.
next pretrial date
At that.
It is going to
Which is eating
be
some moose
Wow.
June,
fried moose knuckles.
or excuse
Coming
me,
in
July.
hot.
Only have the 11th or the 18th, Judge.
Let's do
Oh, listen,
July
Jamie was just smoking my
11th.
finger, so it doesn't really matter.
2022, 9 a.m. I'm going to give you these bond
Or in
conditions.
court, for that matter.
If you appear for every examination, arraignment, trial, sentencing, or any time and place is directed by the courts. Do you
I
understand?
just want to show you really quick. These people think that they're in the movie. They think that they're getting ready for a movie.
We never ever see anybody sitting there. It seems like anymore.
No.
Do not commit any crimes while you are released. Do you understand? Do not.
Oh, she's picking her nose.
Alcohol, marijuana, or illegal controlled
She eat it?
substances. Do you understand?
Nah.
You may very well be taking a drug test. You understand?
Judge Herman's like, I understand this new camera angle and things are a little boring today, so I'll just bring these two on to entertain you before we get to the good stuff. How did that do?
She loves it.
That's the second page.
She's like Creed. She just can't get enough of it. She loves her dew.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I had to go over to the truck stop just to get me a drink. It's terrible. It's warm.
Where are we?
You're
living?
not to possess or purchase a firearm or other dangerous weapon or ammunition. You understand that?
She's taking us outside.
You have
Oh, we're going outside.
Firearms or other dangerous.
At least she
weapons.
goes outside to smoke. I mean, that's good of her.
Yeah, the other lady does not.
No,
Don't drive
pounded that.
under the influence. Do you understand that?
Hey, where you going? Oh, she's doing another kind of smoking. Nope, there she is. Okay, never mind. Nice tree.
Under the influence of alcohol or drugs.
But we've
do
got
not
a
drive.
whole
Understand?
tour of her place, including her parking.
Nice. Not bad.
A couple of plants.
She's wearing a bodysuit, Creed, and I
I
think
see
she's
that.
pregnant. I think she's
Her
pregnant.
apartment.
Okay. Those are going to be your bond conditions. I only wrote them on this
Hey,
one.
no. Call it
So,
back.
let me
Yeah.
I know, Shells.
lawyer. I don't think I have that
Hey,
for either.
out. Soda. Get back. No. No. I'm sorry. No.
Coach losing his mind.
Coda. No.
Coach gonna bite
wants to
Creed in
lay
a
on the
second.
vent. And it's
Coda's
hot.
gonna turn on Creed.
I'm sorry, Cody. You can't. So too.
Was there an accident in this, Mr. Turner? Did you know?
Seductive. This is not only a court channel, but now it's a fetish channel.
That's right. Mavis, I'm glad you're enjoying the content that we provide on a Monday afternoon. Thank you for the stars on Facebook.
We appreciate that, Mavis. 10 weeks of support.
Oh, one more thing. Do not drive.
Brittany, my
without a
dog
valid
lays on
license.
vents in this house, and she'll lay on the vents so long that the AC's just running and running and running. As we only have like 3 vents out in the living room and dining room and kitchen area, it's all open.
Oh, I'm already anticipating a $300 light bill as much as ours runs.
Oh,
right
I
now.
Bond conditions
I
will be
know,
on the
I know it's
police
coming.
lien computer. So that
Just
means
this week
that
alone.
if
Beast mode. Good to
we
see how things
are
in
doing
Germany.
these things,
Germany
you encounter the police,
have
they'll
a
be able to
great
help you
contingent
quickly.
of in Germany.
Bond. I give you a personal recognizance bond. The money value on the.
No, when was that, Terminator?
Uh-oh, Daniel's here. He's here to liven up the scene.
Yeah, he is.
That one hair that's hanging down his face is very
Money value, PR.
I bet you that he's
personal
already been
recognizance
drinking this morning.
5,000. You know, this one is.
Feels
kind
like
of
he'd be
reckless,
Nicolas
and I think
Cage's
we need to
brother.
Add those counts.
I'm sorry, what was the PR bond amount again, Judge?
5,000.
pretty sure she is Chris.
Judge, I just want to make sure that the court has.
Or they had a really big barbecue this weekend. You never know.
It's not Austin's Parkway?
No.
Young Nick Cage's brother over here.
I got fans on for her. She needs to go lay in the fan rather than
439 Mulwood.
Yes.
I mean, she lays completely across it. Darren, thank you for the fake stars.
Okay.
Darren taking care of business. Thank you, friend.
July 11th
All about Jan
at
today.
9 a.m.
All
is your
about
next court date.
Yeah, I like how Herman. I like
I'm
how
okay
when
with
there's
us doing
nobody
this
in
on
court,
Zoom.
he has on a mask,
And he needs-
face shield,
yeah, it's just
and all
on
the
the
plastic in
pre-trial.
front of him.
Okay.
But we go to like one-on-one, and we're like, I need a mask today.
You're gonna get that information. For your information, Mr. Scott's on his way back momentarily, so.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
where do you go?
Where I was
Like
intending to go before
today,
I
or-
came in here.
Can't do it with just one person. Nobody's been talked to on
I
Zoom.
think.
No one has been spoken to on Zoom yet.
You know, was it, when you have one guy and you have Zoom and live in jail. Most things down.
Well, why do I only have one guy?
That's the way it works.
Well, what's Mr. Bouvet? Come over and tell me, Mr. Bouvet.
$700. You must have like
I don't know where it's at.
15,000 square foot home or something.
Reach him better than me, sir. You keep asking me for it, and I do not have.
You run
You
the
also-
heat so that it'll turn on the AC.
Do you also store meats? Oh, he
Oh, you
cut
just
us.
Cut it.
He cut us.
Well, over to Peeler we go.
Bob
Because I
Peeler.
couldn't hear Herman anyways.
I couldn't hear him either. And I usually can hear everything.
And they're clearing out court as well. Boy, perfect time to go one of them days. At least we had
Everybody-
boobs though for you. I mean,
Someone farted in the courtroom, I believe.
Mom definitely just woke Daniel up. I think you're right.
Please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
See now, if you tell me that, then I can go back and find it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we ask so kindly for people to, give me a timestamp.
I mean,
I didn't even know he was
That's
on.
it's asking a lot. Craig.
Okay, got you, Brian.
Judge Jason has dyed her hair a little blonder.
All right, so I have two cases for two different warrants. The first warrant is
Busy weekend.
22W009093 and 94. Those warrants.
Hey, Terminator, is it these two? Is that who we're looking for?
On that you did intentionally
I think they're
possess
indigent.
Schedule 1 drugs. In this case, it was 4.4 grams of cannabis oil. And
Yeah,
you're
must
also
be
charged with possession of a gun.
cooking purposes.
I think that was actually dismissed, so disregard that one, okay? And then let me go to.
All right, let's watch one or two of
second
these, and then we'll jump
charge,
over and
which
see
is
what that's
they
all
re-
about.
They
Just a minute.
dismiss,
Read
or the
it.
judge denied the gun warrant and reissued, so that's 22W009129. That warrant alleges that you did have within arm's reach a 9mm firearm, which means that you have possession of a firearm during the commission of possession of a felony offense.
Wow, good for you.
Oh, well, Arizona.
All right, so it's pretty much you had vape pens and you had a weapon on you. So that's a felony. Anytime you have felony drugs on you and you have a weapon, that's a different offense, an additional offense. So in this case, I showed that you have 6 cycles, but all misdemeanors, DUIs, driving license offenses and things of that nature. So no felony convictions. And what was the state's consent on this case?
Judge, we consented to a $3,000 bond.
Okay. I don't need to hear any information, Mr. Alba, on your client. I think that's a reasonable bond considering. So it'll be $1,500 per charge. And Mr. Alba, do you know whether or not your client can post that bond on that to waive
She
the
said it was a
preliminary
pew pew
hearing?
within arm's reach.
I do believe he can post on that, Judge. If you want to address him and ask him yourself, that would be fine also.
Oh, okay. All right, sir. So I'm granting you a bond of $1,500 on each charge. That would be a $3,000 regular bond. Your
That's why I
family would
don't
have to
visit my
post a
parents'
little
house.
over $300 to have you bonded out.
That's
Sorry, I'm
very
looking down because I'm
expensive.
preparing the sheet as I'm speaking. Do you think your family would be able to post the bond or are you not sure?
It's been rocking steady at 71 in here for the last 2 days.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the
Oh, I
primary
can't believe
case
that's
number
10 o'clock.
4789, without the A, and we'll have you sign the
Sound
defendant's
bar,
waiver. You're
gotta
just
be on
waiving
an
your right
even
to a
number.
preliminary
See what
hearing. All right, so it'll be $1,500 for each charge, which is only the 2.
And it's my recommendation that you sign that. You're just going to be getting out on bond, so that's what we want to happen.
All right, so no special conditions or anything. Is there anything further? Let me sign the defendant waiver and the bond or anything further, Mr. Alba?
No, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
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 Fan,
See the
bro.
Fan.
Glad you got dressed up for court. Just get the damn fan in the way.
Okay, get that fan in there. Got to flex on everybody.
Oh, by the way, while we have 2
I think
seconds,
that takes care of
that picture of Knox with the pretty lady.
Let's go.
Was he
order
expecting us to go, "Woo, who's that?" or whatever? Did you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. I saw it and I thought, why are you doing with your arm around that young girl?
I didn't say anything, and I get a text at 6:00 this morning.
I saw you had liked it, and I was like, oh, I gotta like this too. And he knows what I mean by liking it.
At 6:32 this morning, that girl is a effing smoke show from my first year at blank. I didn't even say anything. All I did is liked it.
All right, so Mr.
It was on her page.
You're before the court under warrant 22W009025. You're before the court for the charge of aggravated assault with a weapon. In this case, striking him in the head with a mirror. Give me one second.
A mirror?
Break it?
That's 7 years bad luck, bud. It's a weird choice of weapons.
You know why
Right,
Kate
so
appears hot to
I
you
show
guys?
that
It's
you
because she's got a
criminal history,
fan
just 2
blowing on
cycles,
her, and her hair is
misdemeanors,
almost
and
like
that's it.
almost 80s
So,
rock and
Ms.
roll
Swartzen,
style.
can I hear from the state with
Watch your
regard
hair.
to a recommendation on bond?
Judge, the state is recommending $10,000 in the stay away. I do understand that they live together. However, we have not been able to speak with the victim. I do know they're brothers, but we just haven't been able to hear from the victim on his position. So we're recommending a $10,000 to stay away.
Okay, give me one moment to
Yeah,
look at
because
some
she's an
notes here
attorney,
before I
yeah,
hear
that's
from Ms. Collins.
Come on, Judge Jason.
Okay.
Got to go over to 3B and
All right, Ms. Collins?
Thank you, Your Honor. My client, Mr. Zhu, is 25 years old. He does live in the Stone Mountain area with his mother.
Kate
and
Collins
his
with law.
nephew. He is originally from Sudan, South Sudan, but has been in Georgia for 10 years as a refugee. He's never lived anywhere in the United States other than Georgia.
refugee card.
We do have contact information for his mother. I was not able to get in contact with his mother before this hearing, but we do have information to do so.
that the
He
mirror?
has
That's the
an
mirror, baby.
associate's degree in audio engineering. He is currently self-employed. He's had his own
He's got a home
pressure washing
studio.
and landscape company for the past 2 months. Most importantly, as the state and the court already knows, he has no criminal history, no
2
violent
jobs anyone
charges.
can
And
do.
what you can read in the
Lawn-
warrant is that this
landscaping
was
and
between
pressure washing.
brothers. There are a few things of interest that I do want to tell the court. Mr. Zhu, my client was actually the one who called the police because of the domestic altercation. Prior to the altercation that is alleged
First one
in
on
the
the phone
warrant,
don't mean shit, by the way,
after
but
there
people
were
think-
some sort of familial issues with the living conditions. So I say all of that because my client does live in the apartment beneath the house in the basement. It's a fully built out apartment, has its own locks, has its own doors, things like that. So it would be difficult for him to have a stay away if his brother is still
Do
residing
not go
there.
upstairs and beat your brother's
Ms.
ass.
Collins? The judge that issued the warrant
Collins
put
with
no violent
sports.
contact after a conversation with the officer. So that's what's listed. So maybe after speaking to the family, they decided it would be okay. So really, we're just addressing bond and pretty much.
Okay.
So I didn't want you to keep going, think I would do it, stay
Lots
away.
more
I
than
generally
just
would but the
Something
judge
that-
already said the officer recommended a no violent
bet you
contact
do,
after all
Ed.
circumstances.
I bet
So
you do.
Okay, great. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure of that. In
Sure.
terms of a bond, we do understand that this is a serious charge and allegation. My client feels that he would be able to make at most a $5,000 bond and put up about $500 through a bonding company. So that's what we would be asking for this afternoon.
Okay, thank you. No criminal history. There were some notes provided to me on this case. Let's see.
Your
But with
Honor,
the
he is
judge
known as
saying no
the
violent
madman of the
contact,
Sudan. I mean,
yes, I think 5,000 will be a reasonable bond. So the bond will be a $5,000 regular bond. Sir, you're to have no violent contact with your brother. Not, you can't change the locks. You can't do things. You can't go and, do things without self-helping yourself or changing the locks. There's a different legal procedure for that. But if you'll sign the special condition, you have a $5,000 regular bond and no violent contact with your brother.
your sister slapped
Excuse
the-
me, Judge.
Yeah, please don't make any statements. You just,
He speaks.
yeah, you can talk to your attorney or you could ask the deputies if you have a question about bond, but you just can't have violent contact. We're not going to discuss the case, which I know is normal, but I don't need to hear any evidence from you. It's not in your best interest and you have an attorney here to speak on your behalf, okay?
I think we watched that, didn't we? The one where he got in trouble for saying something about the
Just give me 1 moment.
aspiring rap star.
Yeah, that was around the time that he was going.
He was up for re-election or
Yeah.
Okay, let me just pull up position 3.
Well,
All
Your
right.
Honor,
Speaking of
Yes.
position 3, let's go over to position 3B and check this out. This just happens moments ago, so we got to get caught up.
Jeremy Thompson and Andrew Knapp.
It's actually Jeremy Thomas. They got Thompson on the court paper
Could
here.
it-
That is not my name, Jeremy Thompson. It's Thomas.
Nice teeth.
All right, I'll correct that. As defendants in a landlord-tenant proceeding, you have.
Look at the wall.
I'm gonna take a minute to tell you what those are.
There's a big ass gash in the wall.
Landlord-tenant proceeding, including a termination of tenancy.
Both have the same style wood paneling.
You have the right to obtain counsel for representation in this matter. If you cannot afford an attorney, a legal aid attorney may be available to help you. You have the right to a trial by a jury or by the court. If the plaintiff is agreeable, the Citizens Mediation Services, Inc. may be available as a possible source of case resolution. If both parties are agreeable to mediation, the court can facilitate that if you contact the court. If you do reach an agreement with the plaintiff and a consent judgment is entered by the court, you will waive the rights listed above but have the following conditions. The judgment may not be enforced until 3 business days have passed.
Thank you, Daniel.
You may move to set aside the judgment within those 3 days if you misunderstood what you consented to or what you were waiving. The motion to
This
set
guy would
aside the
rather
judgment will be set for a
go out by the
hearing.
dumpster. I believe
However,
that.
if the judge does not find in your favor, the original.
Hello, Mary Lou Wooten Fitzgerald. Hello, boobies.
So Attorney
Thank
Lori
you.
Hines-
That's yours, Mary. He's
Lori,
talking
I
about.
got
Not
one
yours,
to
Mary.
start. I know you've got a time crunch. I would advise
Thank you, Your Honor.
Rights. Both
Bob,
defendants are-
thank you, Your Honor.
This is filed as a termination of defendants to move.
Thank you, Bob.
The notice
Babaluya.
was served on March 12th. Mr. Thomas, it's Thomas, not Thompson.
Hello, sir.
Ms. Knapp, what's
The Mad
your-
Gamer.
You talking to me, Your Honor?
No,
Uh-oh.
Ms. Knapp, Mr. Thomas,
Oh,
what's your?
okay, sorry.
Well, we're still actively looking and searching for a place to move to.
There's nothing out there. There's
you know,
not.
We have 3 children in the home, and when I got served a notice to quit tenancy, I was not behind or anything on my rent. I never even got a reason why we have to move.
We tried to pay rent, and he refused to take our rent.
Yeah, I was because
Pay the rent, they want the possession of the property back. It's called a termination of tenancy.
Can you give a reason why he wants to terminate us? Because it does not state why.
It doesn't have to state why.
Well, can we take this to renters court?
What's that?
Can we take this to renters court?
Yes, question, sir.
I'm talking about, I want to, that's what it is, we'll take this to trial, so we have nowhere to go, we have to
Yeah.
in this home, we have nothing, we've done nothing wrong, and he's trying to kick us out. I understand, there's nothing out there to rent, we called DHS hasn't helped us, we've applied for the SUR, they can't help us, there's nothing out there, nothing for rent, we're nothing.
Your Honor, there's more to the story than that. They
Uh-oh.
grabbed utilities from my clients.
Shut up, Lori.
They had a
How's
house
that?
building that
That's
got burned.
That's a lie. I want to know how that is when you gotta have.
Oh, Ms. Knapp, stop.
They just want, we just need them out.
They want their property back and they have to go through this legal.
Okay, that's okay for my landlord to ask me for sexual favors for my rent. That's not okay.
Oh, yes, it is.
Now, people would move it and they sell me this.
I got 2 people that will submit to the court if I need to. That was here.
Now, slow down. I told you what your rights were, and you have a right to contact an attorney. I have to adjourn this matter for 7 days.
Okay.
So I'm gonna adjourn it to next Monday is a holiday. So we're actually gonna go 10 days.
Somebody write down this, please.
To Friday, June 24th at 8:30. Does that work for you, Lori?
June 24th,
Your
8:30.
Honor, I am in Seattle, from 22nd through the 28th.
I'm sorry, Lori. Do they not have internet there?
Well, then these clients are gonna get time if you're not.
Yeah,
willing
there
to
you go.
do that.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm out of town. It's been a vacation that I've scheduled way months.
Does this lady want sex from her? Is that what we're supposed to hear, or someone else?
And you know,
Yes.
the court is now closed on the 19th or the 20th. So
We're closed on the.
Oh my God.
yeah,
Look at the gash behind. Yeah, you're right. It's a huge gash.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's like tape.
I don't know why they want us out.
The
You
next
think we
day-
was tearing up the shit?
Man, the 27th. He'll be gone on both of those days.
Yes, we go the 22nd. We return the 28th.
Yes, that holiday was ordered on June 1st, so we had 19 days, and each one of these days that I'm giving you is just.
That's a love gash.
cases. But it takes us all the way to July 1.
Okay.
Can we just ask a few questions about the sexual favors, please?
The defendants to give them more days to find housing.
There's no housing out there, though. That's the thing.
Well, all right, just a moment.
It's okay for him to keep shutting our water off, Your Honor. He keeps shutting our water off. We have children in the home. I got text messages, after text messages of water. We have no water.
Stop shouting at me. Your volume's turned way up. We're not sitting around the kitchen table. We're in the courtroom. And that isn't how you behave in a courtroom.
What do you think happened to that shelf up
This
there?
all the way into July
Oh,
1st.
Shelf's missing.
All the encyclopedias fell.
Hi, Nate.
If he doesn't want you as a tenant, he doesn't have to keep you as a tenant. He served a
Listen.
notice to quit on March. And the fact that there isn't any housing isn't a defense. I hear it every day. People say we'd move if we had somewhere to move to. There's not enough housing, period, and there's certainly not enough affordable housing. Now, if
Definitely,
they evict
Sharon.
you for no reason, simply saying, I want the property back. You can't evict you for a bad reason, like a retaliatory eviction. But it sounds like there's a lot of discord between you and them, and they want you out of there. And if you're cribbing power from a house and other stuff, there may be even more issues here. But this matter is continued until July 1st at 2 o'clock. That's going to be a very busy day also.
July 1st.
We got a lot of extra time because of the court holiday, and Ms. Hines is going to be gone. But ultimately,
I don't know if that's a hole in the wall or interdimensional rip.
until July 10th to move or be subject to being evicted.
That's so they can see into the kids' room without having to walk all the way
Next
around.
hearing will be by Zoom like this, once again at this same number on July 1 at 2
You know the whole place smells like cigarettes.
p.m.
Okay, Your Honor.
No, he can't shut your water off. He can't.
I'm absolutely shocked they're not both smoking at the moment.
Those are called,
Self-help eviction.
yes, you can't do that.
Oh, she's an attorney.
My client's been advised of that, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Hines does a lot of landlord-tenant work, and she would certainly advise her client of what the law requires. But at this point, he wants you to move and has since March. We're going all the way to July. And so so we'll address the matter further. You do have a right to get legal help.
Somebody put
Get
that in their
legal aid
calendar,
to
please.
pick up your cause. That's fine. But,
I don't know how to
you have
work
a right to hire an
Court
attorney.
reporter.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right,
Thank you.
all right, Ms. Hines, I'll see you the next time.
Thanks, Your Honor.
I fully expect that on July 1st we hear about the sexual favors, please.
Oh, I that's such a pertinent part of the case.
So if we could
I
do
mean,
5 and 6 while she's on the phone with finishing up an interview on Language Line. that would be
Thank you,
fantastic.
Terminator, by the way. Glad we
Thank
didn't
you.
miss that.
Okay.
that's a doozy.
Grace.
All right, this will be position 5. Diamond
Kama
Rock
Sutra?
Gallery.
For position 5, I'm gonna excuse myself.
Go ahead.
We're gonna be
Diamond's coming up.
By the way, 142
All
of you.
right, in
Hey,
this
welcome. We do
case,
this
Ms.
5 days a
Daugherty,
week
you're
at 1
before the
o'clock
court
East, by the way.
a warrant that's been outstanding since 2019. That warrant number is 19W007 249, and you're charged with false statements and writings. And I have here that she has no criminal history. I'm sorry, I needed to check your consents. Yes, you guys have a UJR. Okay, give me one moment, please.
Taking all the time in the world. Help yourself.
Bam!
Sorry, I needed
All right,
time.
so the
to
state is
scroll.
consenting to an unsecured judicial release. This is a warrant from 2 years ago, not just because of that, but because you have no criminal history as well. So I am going to allow you an unsecured judicial release. And you'll receive the notice when it's time for your case to go to trial. Go ahead and have her sign the defendant waiver, please.
I mean, how much could it be worth for sex from that lady a while ago? I mean, it can't be worth too much. I mean, it can't be a whole month's worth of the sex. I mean, I think that's easily
Okay, position 6, Cairo Edwards.
come on in position 6.
See if I
From
put that
position
case
5
in
to
right.
6.
Give me a moment.
Everybody, Nana's here. Mr. Nana, welcome, sir. You got a big knot right there, bud. Like it. Love it. All you guys on Facebook, say hello to Jeanette, please. She works hard over there. That's why she left, Bob, because she heard you say that. $25 credit. That's what I was thinking. What are we doing in here? Niner, somebody tearing up your house and then cooking a burrito? And Bernie, good to see you. Words do hurt, Ghost. I agree with you.
Okay. So Mr. Edwards, you are before the court under a warrant number, one warrant 22W009016, and you're charged with aggravated assault upon a deputy marshal. And that allegedly occurred, as I said, on June 10th at the Publix grocery store in Stone Mountain. And I just want to check something. Looks like there's maybe some mental health issues.
It is a
here.
little
I'm
more
not sure.
fluffy, isn't
All
it?
right. I do show that he has no criminal history. So Ms. Fortson,
Judge, that's correct. I don't show any criminal history either. The state is recommending $10,000 in a mental health evaluation. I'm not sure if that's necessary. Just based on the warrant, there seemed to be maybe some concern, but I'm not sure if Mr. Niner has any more information on that.
all right, Mr. Niner, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, at this time, I don't feel comfortable commenting on specifics with Mr. Edwards's health, physically, mentally. I will agree that, the warrants do indicate maybe a little cause for concerns. I will not be objecting to a mental health eval. I think that's perfectly fine. As we've addressed, he does not have a criminal history whatsoever. So this incident is, by all accounts, an anomaly. in his 36-year-old life,
Thank you,
he has
T.
not been in trouble. He has 3 children, all under the age of 10. He's been in Georgia for several years. He lives with his mom, and he does have a college degree, and supports his family doing Uber and other things of that nature. He has a degree in graphic design that he's hoping to put to
Did he
more
get 'em,
use.
or was it just
I do
asking?
understand the seriousness of these charges. I've gone over how serious these charges are with him. But again, I think his lack of criminal history is
Don't
speaks
worry,
volumes.
they did you a
So
favor.
I'm asking
Terrible.
for a very low bond, a $1,000 bond, Judge. He can't really pay any bond at this time with his
That
kids
is
support
super low.
doing Uber. So I'm just asking for as low a bond as the court's comfortable with. $1,000, I suppose.
I mean, $1,000. I mean, he's asking for next to nothing. Somebody is pitching a fit over
All
there at the
right,
jailhouse.
let's see, this one's a little tough just because there's no criminal history and looks like there was some compliance.
There you go.
All right, I'm going to grant him a $2,500 regular bond. And special conditions, sir, you are to initiate a mental health evaluation within 7 days of release. Your family will have to post a little over $2,500 to bond you out.
Yes.
I'm
Yes, they're delicious.
going to have to criminal trespass you from the Kroger from that Publix as well, just because of the incident. You'll have to find
No Kroger's.
to Publix.
Oh my God.
Pull it up. Hold on one moment.
No more
So-
Publix.
On North Deshaun Road.
Thank you, Woodburger.
Woodburger, thank you.
It's Sam's Clam Trekking.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know. I said, did he get them? That's what I need to know now. Well, I'm guessing he could be a she. She likes the sex too, maybe.
Okay, guys, if you don't mind, Miss Baylor looking over it, it's saving now, though. I mean, I post saved yet.
I finally
Let me know
tried
if
the
everything's okay.
Arby's burger.
All right. Did he hear me? Did you guys hear me tell him he can't return to the Publix? I said that right, Mr. Niner?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Didn't know if I thought it and wrote it, but didn't say it out loud.
Everything was
Be
fine.
God bless you.
Okay, thank you.
And Your Honor, just to let you know, Miss Jordan has finished. So if you'd like to go up to number 3, we can do number 3, or we could just keep going down the line and do that one at the end. Up to you.
I'm going to go ahead and start on 3 because we have a victim waiting as well.
Okay.
No, victims are waiting.
39940.
Well, hello.
Miss Jordan, what is your
and Thursday
reading of the warrants? Are you waiving formal reading of the warrants on your clients?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm waiving reading for all of my clients.
Julia
thank you.
Jordan.
All right, and let's see.
She's new, right?
This is on Jasmine Benson.
I've
Mr.
certainly
Benson,
never seen
before
this
the-
teenager
Mr. Benson,
before in my
you're
life.
before the court. These warrants are outstanding from May 22nd, 2021. The warrants begin with 21W007945. The warrants allege that you did commit the following offenses. Again, this is from last year. Robbery by snatching. You're charged with stalking the victim.
That snatch will get you in trouble every
You're
time.
charged with harassing phone calls. And you're charged with invasion of, let me make sure I'm reading the right.
Julia's
one.
creed frame.
Yes, invasion of
There
privacy.
she is,
Give
like
one moment,
me.
please.
Julia's hair, man, she is really wanting to look a certain way. She's looking at herself. She's getting it just the way she wants.
All right, let's go ahead and allow the victim, before I go over the criminal history, we can let the victim in if that's the
How
victim.
old do you think Julie is? 22?
14, maybe?
She looks very young. Extraordinarily so.
Okay, ma'am, I'll ask you to turn on your video, please.
Oh, victim. Here comes a victim, y'all. Please be kind.
Okay, and you can unmute as well. I'll need you to see if you can just sit so you don't have to move your phone all over, please. Thank you. Let me let her get situated. All right, so just want to let you know, I'm getting ready to go over the criminal history. I have read the charges. Let me read those since you're back in court with us. I'll tell you what the charges are. I'm going to mute you for right now.
Julia's
Okay?
brother and or
And then
boyfriend.
we'll, I'll let you speak when the attorney calls you.
Those of you who don't know.
We have 4
That is
charges
review
that
bra.
I read to Mr. Chasman.
They have similarities.
Benson from May 22nd, 2021. The first one is robbery by snatching, taking your iPhone. The second one is stalking you. The third one is harassing phone calls to you and your family. And the third one is invasion of privacy, posting information about you on social media. That's the felony. All right, sir, I'm going to go over your criminal history with you. You have 8 cycles of criminal history. These are the more serious offenses. You have 2016.
David, hallelujah.
Possession of Schedule 2 controlled substance, possession of a firearm during the commission
Bang,
of a felony, possession of marijuana. In 2018, you have possession of tools, theft by receiving stolen property ×2, and burglary, for which you're on 10 years probation. You have 3 probation violations in 2018, 19, and 21. You have pending February 2021 a terroristic threat charge, as well as a simple assault. You also have a pending from June 2021
Thank you, bud.
an aggravated assault, kidnapping, and obstruction charge out of Clayton County. And you're also
Goodness.
wanted right now for violation of probation in Walton County. So
74
quite a
cycles.
bit of concern of, hold on one second.
Oh, there's another page. Hold on.
And there's another 5 bones from Starkey. Thank you, sir. You guys are amazing.
Good way
Yeah.
to kick off the week.
All right, so Ms. Fortson, can I hear from the state, please?
Yes, Judge, in this instance, the state is recommending no bond. It's our understanding that there's a history of unreported violence with this particular victim. And because of that, the state is recommending no bond, as well as because of his pending charges, specifically the one out of Clayton County.
Are you calling the victim in this case?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, you can go ahead and proceed. Mhm.
Thank you. Ms. Higgins, if you can take yourself off of mute and raise your right hand, I'm going to swear you in. Do you swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Okay, and speak up just a little bit. It's a little bit hard to hear you, so maybe just raise your voice a little bit. You can put your hand down.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you questions just regarding bond, not what happened, not the specifics of what happened, just whether or not you want the defendant to receive a bond today.
No.
Hell
Okay.
no.
Is there a reason that you don't want him to receive a bond?
I feel like he's gonna come after me if he does receive a bond.
Okay.
I
Like, he
agree.
still continues to threaten my family.
Okay. Were you guys together at the time of this incident?
No.
Okay.
Did somebody say alleged?
History of unreported violence in this case? Do you have concerns that it has happened before?
Yes.
Okay, I don't have any other questions for the victim.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Jordan, do you have any questions for the victim?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so
No. I'm a terrible attorney. No.
from the time that this incident allegedly occurred through today's date, have you had any contact? Has he had any contact?
My man.
Jail, because he was calling me from there. He was still making threats then. And he
Hold
even tried
on, hold on. You're saying when he was in Clayton County Jail, you were receiving phone calls?
Wow.
Okay.
He was calling her
So,
from jail,
um,
harassing her. You have a phone call
This
from.
allegedly.
I'm gonna beat your ass,
occurred,
bitch.
And I,
You accept the charge.
Ms. Fortson, the case that's pending for the aggravated assault kidnapping out of Clayton County, that happened on June of 2021, and this one's before her, May 2021. So I guess what she's saying was when he was arrested in Clayton, he still tried to reach out to her, and she's saying she's concerned for her safety. Is there a different victim, or is she the same victim in the Clayton County case?
Judge, we did not confirm with Clayton County, but per her discussion with our victim advocate, she is the same victim.
Okay.
This is really not seems like a no-brainer.
Yes, Your Honor, 1 second. Miss Jordan just emailed me and said she just got disconnected and she's trying to log back onto the Zoom.
Oh, another victim coming in hot.
So hopefully
Oh,
it'll be
no, really?
one moment.
Things are usually not quite this serious over there.
I bet his mouth stays dry.
While we're waiting, I think you did note already that he has an open case in our office for terroristic threats and simple assault. That is not the same victim to our understanding, but
Okay.
it is obviously a concern to the state.
Okay, she's back.
Okay, Miss Jordan?
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry about that.
That's okay. It's your turn to present with regard, state's asking for no bond because the victim's concerned for her safety. And he has serious offenses that are pending as well, but with different victims. So
She didn't. She knew she was
Thank
screwed.
you,
She
Your
just
Honor.
left.
Mr. Benson is 25 years old. He is from Georgia. He has lived here his entire life.
Yeah.
He currently lives in Ellenwood with his sister, where he's been for about a year, and all of his family lives in the area. He was working before his arrest in Clayton County at Loading Logistics, where he was driving trucks. He had that job for about 2 years. So he does have a stable work history. He also has his GED, which he received while attending military school. Mr. Benson does have a hold in Walton County. So if he were granted a bond today, he would not be getting out of custody immediately. I also have spoken to him. He understands that he cannot have any further contact with the alleged victim. He does not want to, and he knows that he cannot try to do that. Considering the fact that he does have that hold, we would ask.
The Honorable John Hine, ladies and gentlemen. He jumped the shark, and now he's a judge.
Press those charges instead of sitting in DeKalb County Jail and just waiting. So we would ask that you set a bond today in the amount of $10,000. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Hit him with the
I believe, based on information provided before the court, he's currently on 10. You are currently on probation for 10 years, and you have on a burglary and the theft by receiving stolen property. And since then, you have this charge plus terror threats, family violence, simple assault, 3 violations of probation, ag assault, kidnapping pending. So I do think that you're a danger to society. So for that reason, I am denying bond, and that will be under the basis that you're already on probation 1710-1.
He's already halfway through. See you later, crab.
He knew it was coming. He knew what up.
All right.
Let's go
Crab
over
Man.
and see what's happening with Judge Jonathan P. Hine presiding.
But you gotta be willing to own it fast to get help fast.
Right.
They don't expect you to be perfect.
Speak up, Judge.
You're gonna go start for a relapse, but you also don't just get
We'll go into rehab.
prior patch either.
He's talking to my man, by the way.
Under the circumstances, some people
Not that you can hear him.
get back together pretty quickly. All right?
Okay.
Good thing I
Okay.
avoided.
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
I hate this really low.
The license suspension on count 2.
Speak up, Judge.
But Your Honor, I couldn't hear you.
For driving privileges,
We have driving privileges.
yeah, so.
Oh, well.
Our judges already left over here.
Judge Jason needed a quick break after that one. That was actually pretty serious for.
Yeah, Crab Man was laying it on her.
Yes.
All right, thank you. We're going to take a 15-minute recess.
Oh, come on, people. What in the hell are you doing to me? Just kind of the second I get over there.
If you go to SeaTac Municipal Court, we're good to go over there.
Let me find SeaTac. I like that. Wait a minute. We got a pardon hearing. Where are we at? Oh, wait a minute. Anybody who likes NASCAR, Dave Moody may be pardoned here in a moment. We haven't seen a good parole in a while.
No.
Let's hang out here for just a minute. Let's see if something pops off. Don't forget, coming up 405 East, Mini Chase Monday on We Gotta Chase. Tomorrow we kick off at noon East with Voyeur Voyage. Back into court again. And then 2 for Tuesday.
Yeah, it's kind of how things roll around here.
That's what we do.
Judge Jason went out for a smoky smoke.
All right. I want to jump from Judge Jason, so keep that up in case. There we go.
I was like, wait, the movie's starting.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you. And 150 of you.
Buenos nachos.
Okay, sir. Is your microphone on mute? There we go. Mr.
James
Moody,
Webb.
would you introduce yourself to the pardon board? Tell us your name and your current mailing address, please, sir.
Dave S. Moody. You want my physical address where I live or my mailing address?
Mailing.
Not I, but
Mailing
anything with taco,
P.O.
I'm always
Box
ready for.
6156, Elberton, Georgia, 306.
Wolverton Mountain.
Right, Mr. Moody. Good afternoon. My name is Cheryl Renata, serving as chairman today. Mr. Moody, I will read some identifying information into the record. I'll ask you to confirm that information, then I'll turn it over to Mrs. Jackson as your case is.
I'm sorry,
assigned
Miss
to her.
Jackson.
She's seated to my far left. She'll take
There's the
you
real
on
Dave
the
Moody.
interview. I think, is that Mr. John Daly there with you?
John Daly. This is like,
Uh-huh.
holy crap.
Golfer and world-renowned drunk?
Is he smoking a cigarette and gambling while he's in court?
At the very end, before we vote, we'll allow you to make a statement if you'd like to do so.
Okay,
Why we got
Can you
5
hear us
judges
okay?
today?
I can, yeah.
We've had some.
'Cause
some
all the
audio issues
celebrities.
Early, I want to be sure we're in good shape. So you are Dave S. Moody. Your DOC number is 281839. You're here today seeking a pardon with restoration of firearm. You were sentenced in 1979 to Bossier Parish for possession of cocaine. You received a 5-year sentence, suspended, placed on 3 years active supervised probation. Also in 1979 in Lincoln Parish for possession of cocaine, you received a 5-year sentence, suspended, 3 years active supervised probation. Mr. Moody, is that information correct?
That's correct.
Hey, Mrs. Jackson. Good afternoon, Mr. Moody.
Hello.
Is he trying to get an expungement?
Okay, I'll try to speak up.
It's a
all right?
pardon.
Okay.
You're 66 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
So is he trying to get it taken off of the record,
And,
basically?
One of
think
the
so.
offenses occurred while
He's
you
definitely
were
not in jail.
student at Louisiana Tech University.
I was about 21 years old, 22 maybe.
Were you, okay, were you a student?
I want the
at
Mexi fries.
Louisiana Tech
I want
when
one of
one of
everything.
the crimes took place?
I'm kidding.
Yes, ma'am. I think so. Part-time.
Because you said on your application, you attended from 72 to 75. Does
I
that
did,
sound
yeah.
right? But you did not obtain a degree. Is that correct?
I did not.
And what were you studying?
Business.
Okay.
Of
I was at
selling
Louisiana
coke?
Tech from
Distribution.
71 through 75. And I was also studying business,
Gross.
so our paths might cross.
Small world.
Yeah, it is.
Small world. We might have slept with each other high on cocaine one time.
You say you acted as the go-between between the seller and the buyer. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
What they call a middleman, I
How did that
believe.
come about in two separate situations? You were the go-between. Was it the same person who was the seller?
Yes, it was the same guy.
It was the sheriff of the county.
How did you get involved? You were a student. How did
She
you
has to
get
talk like that. Do you see how old those three men are on the panel?
I was at a pool hall where a lot
Hey,
of
now.
young people.
What a
hung
great
out,
day it is.
and this guy
Everybody click that, please.
and wanted to buy some cocaine.
Make sure you put in promo code pool hall
So I
for
went
10% off
I
your
knew
first
somebody
purchase.
that he could probably get it from. So I went and I called the guy and I set it up, and then we took his vehicle and drove way out in the country somewhere. And
Then we made babies.
we bought it.
Cocaine babies.
And so
They make sweet love for
back,
hours
he
on
let
end.
me off, and he said he would be in touch, that he might want some more. And so about a week later, I
Some
gave
more
him my
babies?
phone number, and he
Some
called,
more dang-a-lang?
and he wanted to know if he could get some more. So I called the same guy back, and of course he said yes.
Must have been some good
So
cocaine.
I
good
picked it
stuff.
up, and the guy wanted to know if I could bring it to Bossier,
The police station.
meeting.
Right.
And so me and a friend said, what the heck? So we rode over there, and that's when I was arrested.
Cocaine's a hell of a
at,
drug.
I met him at we call it a rest stop over there.
Okay. We do
Same-
too.
Same
We have
officer.
rest stops also.
Gay brothels.
Did you get paid for acting as the go-between?
No,
Huh?
Why'd you do it?
I just something to do.
Stupidity.
I got free cocaine, Your Honor.
That sums it up.
Who would do that for free? No, why are you guys
Nobody.
believing that? That's bullshit.
And
Nobody.
just out of curiosity, was the seller ever arrested or prosecuted as far as you know?
I
Or was he doing that for the
arrested.
cops?
Now I don't know anything after that.
No.
Okay. And you were placed on probation for 3 years. and
Sold
you
into an
got off
undercover.
Probation in 2000, I'm sorry.
That was the guy who said he wanted some more.
1982. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you had any arrests of any kind since 1982?
No, none whatsoever.
Have you gotten a traffic ticket?
I did have a stop sign. I ran a stop sign one time.
Ah, put them away. Done.
And
Done.
you said
No more
the
questions.
reason you're seeking a
Done.
pardon. You got a
Got
first
it.
offender's pardon, is that correct?
Yes,
Got an
ma'am.
automatic first. And
How
you
are we supposed to
know
believe this
that
guy
would
didn't get
allow
paid?
you to engage in being a firearm dealer. Is that correct?
John Daly just drunkenly just told
Yes,
him to
ma'am.
say that.
Uh-huh.
And you encountered someone from ATF and they told you that unless you got a full pardon, restoration of
You go, Sheila.
firearm, you could not engage in that business. Is that correct?
Well, I was in that business
Real
for
quick,
30
there's a very woke
well, a little
guy
over
here.
30 years.
Guess which
And
one?
the last time I went to renew this, my license, they had told me that they would not accept a
He's
first offender pardon, that I would need to get them a full pardon.
Right, that's what I said. You have to get a full pardon so you could continue to engage in that business.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's why you're seeking a pardon.
That's correct.
And in that business, you're working there for free, right?
Piss. How much you making now?
That's right. Uh-huh.
All right, thank you, Ms. Moody. That's all I have. Thank you, Ms. Jackson. I don't see any other questions, so we'd like to hear what Mr. Bailey has to say.
Okay.
Who?
Good afternoon.
Shut up.
My name is John Bailey. I'm a lifelong resident here of Elbert County.
He looks a lot different.
I'm
Yeah,
a
he does.
retired 12-year prosecutor with the Superior Courts and retired 18 years on the Superior Court bench as chief judge. So I was in the business for over 30 years. I've known Dave since he moved to Elberton, but really got to know him around 85 at the time I started with the DA's office. shortly thereafter, he had a break-in at his store, and I prosecuted the perpetrators successfully, I might add. And I've known Dave, and I've done business with Dave. I know Dave to be a good citizen. His name has never come across the Superior Court bench. Matter of fact, I didn't even know about the traffic ticket until he just said something about it a minute ago. I know he's a good church member. He's very active in civic affairs here in Elbert County and is well liked and well known. And I think he'd be a perfect candidate for a pardon. His business, I thought it was odd that the ATF allowed him to have a federal firearms license to begin with, because in Georgia, even with the first offender, your civil your rights to a firearm, or to even be in possession of a firearm, are suspended, null and void. So I was kind of surprised that the FFL allowed him to have a federal firearms license. In fact, I have bought a gun from Dave, and he called me shortly after this. ATF, he informed him that there was a situation, he'd have to get it resolved.
They're back again, guys. Click.
I think tell you that I think he's a very good candidate.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Moody, is there a statement you'd like to make to wrap it up for us?
Yes, that was, back in our younger days, we do some things we regret, and that was probably one of the main things in my life.
Do you have any idea of the money I could have made for doing that for them? If I didn't do it for free, I would have been set for life.
That was it. I was an idiot. I didn't take no money.
Like that again. And so but this does concern my business, and I've got 6 grandchildren now, and I'm kind of looking ahead toward the future.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Keep the business alive so that maybe one day one might
speak with
decide to
corporate.
take it over. And so that's about it. I appreciate your time, though.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr.
I don't know, but it's fun watching people freak out when they come into the chat. I love them. I mean, there's some really funny ones, but people freak out.
Miss Cody.
Like that DJ friend I used to have.
Say when I was a tech, I spent my
freaking
time
the
at
F
the
out.
Baptist Student Union.
Get
not
mad.
school hall.
Ask where they come from.
Oh my! I guess I should have joined you.
But it's been 40
He's hitting on the
years.
ladies. I think he's
We
singing.
all make mistakes, and I believe that you're a good candidate for a full party with restoration of rights, and so that's my vote.
Thank you, Mr. Boucher.
Mr. Moody, based on a 40-year cleansing period.
What?
He sounded bad today, man.
Recommend to the government a pardon with the full restoration of firearms.
Thank you very much, Mr. Poche.
I'd be surprised if you don't get
Mr.
it.
Marabella.
My vote will be the same for the same reasons. Good luck to you, Mr. Moody.
Ditto.
Thank you.
My vote is the same for the same reasons also, and good luck to you.
All right,
I
Mr.
voted
Moody,
no
and I
for the
think
same
with
reasons.
My colleagues, my vote is the same for the same reasons. So we will make that recommendation on your behalf to Governor Edwards. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you very much, and go Tigers.
Sports sucks. Shut up. I'm sorry. If it were me, the dude completely deserved it. For sure. I mean, listen, that was a long time ago, but I would have had to have dug in on you running cocaine for free.
Yeah.
It
was just a love of the business. I mean, interning for a big time drug dealer.
Even back then,
learning the ropes.
I understand that times were different back then, but still for free.
Prongs, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So you said that you're charged with trespass. What does that mean?
When you're not allowed to, when someone say you own someone's property and not allowed to be there, like so to speak, if I'm on your front door and your lawn, I've come almost to your property, that's considered a trespass. So I go to a place of business and they tell me to leave, and I'm doing something. They're not stealing. I'm doing something egregious, and they leave, and that's considered a trespass. Or even jumping the fence without permission, because it be considered a trespass to a specific business.
busting
And
out a
that's an
window and
excellent
crawling through
description
it.
of the
That's a
crime.
trespass.
What is Mr. Zenner's role?
Mr. Zenner is the, Mr. Zenner, he's my public defender, of course. He here in my defense to be my
We're trying to
counsel as
find
far
out
as
this guy's
my procedures in law, of course.
If you
that
were
what we're
to
doing
plead
right now?
guilty, what does that mean?
Oh,
It would
moonshine.
mean that I would give all my rights to, constitutional rights to speak, right to a speedy trial, right to, be, a couple other rights I'm not familiar with. It was just mean I would be pleading guilty for a charge that I'm committing. I would give my constitutional rights, so to speak, right to a speedy trial, right to a speedy trial, right to something else. I'm not, can't remember at this time.
Okay. If Mr. Zenner reads the police report and thinks that there is a good defense, some way that you can fight this case,
Judge Weird.
would you work with him to make that happen?
Ma'am, the thing about this, last time we had
And wait, Mr. Brewer, I'm going to stop you because I don't want you to talk about the facts of the case. Everything I'm speaking purely in hypotheticals. Okay? And I don't want you to say something that you would regret if there is a good defense. But
concerns, so to speak, about the initial behavior.
No, I'm more.
Don't mess with me. I'm one
I'm
crazy
looking at
mofo.
what is your ability to assist in your own defense. And so, like, if Mr. Zenner thinks that pleading guilty is not a good idea, and he has a good argument for that, would you follow through with what Mr. Zenner suggests?
I mean, yes, but it also determined the fact of your probability of you letting me out. Now, what I mean by this is, I'm not trying to be overly aggressive, getting out, getting the means, by any means, just to be getting out. I have an apartment I have to keep. Now, during the process of me going to the place, I've got my apartment. Now, Monday is the day I might lose it if I'm not there.
And I understand. I want to separate out
Yeah.
whether you're released or not is one issue, and pleading guilty and
It's two of them.
having a competency finding is a separate issue.
Yeah, it is. But yes, I would. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I would. I would.
Can I ask you to sit back just a little more? The microphone's feeding back when you're that close to it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, but I would still plead guilty of the case and try to get it over with. And if I do have any mental health concerns, I'll still follow up with DHS and try to get you involved with it later. And maybe we can come to a resolution about this never happening again, so to speak. And I'm really, I have ample intents to view my mental health treatment out there anyway, but I would still plead guilty to the case due to the fact that we see on the police report that it's adequate in terms of my defense. I would still plead guilty just to get this out of the way. You know what I mean? Because I still, at the initial end, I still had to come back and forth, and I still had to deal with mental health court. And I prefer to have plead guilty on this. Now, it's still just misdemeanor, plead guilty on this, and go to mental health court, deal with that, and hopefully in the future get this resolution taken off. You know what I mean? Because at the ultimate medium, I'm still going to probably be found guilty of the case because I'm still inside the facility. So there's no way for me to.
And let's not talk about the facts of the case. Mr. Zenner, I'm wondering if Mr. Brewer may be a good candidate for mental health court.
Absolutely.
And your mental health court is something that the prosecutor has to refer. It's not something I'm able to put a referral.
My understanding is it's
Absolutely.
this is the way we always did it in federal way, was the defense would request the referral, and you're right, the prosecutor is the gatekeeper.
Also, listen, I'm going through.
But you're, for mental health court,
filibustering.
I mean, my obligations under 1077 is that I need to raise that. I can simultaneously, I guess, ask the prosecutor if we can do mental health court.
Spot on.
But I don't. I don't know how I can have a client opt into something when I have reasons to doubt their ability under 1077 to proceed.
How about all the ability to proceed in long shot? I know procedures of law by hand. It's just this you judge me maybe off my speech dialect. I'm just charged with a misdemeanor trespassing. I know I'm giving on my rights by plead guilty for the case. Now I'm going through mental health treatment as well, but not mental health court. Now I just prefer to get this over with at the end of the day. And I do have the ability to plead guilty no matter what the situation may occur. What my right is by being a
Well, that's yes and no.
Yes, ma'am.
If Mr. Zenner has concerns about your ability to proceed in this case, that needs to be resolved first.
Yes, ma'am.
But
Any
Mr. Zenner, I mean, Mr. Brewer has
Any questions?
gave me almost a law school definition of trespass.
Give me one question.
And seems to understand what everybody's roles are and
Is he at a
how
press
this whole thing
conference?
plays out.
Any more questions?
He's
Excuse me,
indicated
you in
that
the
he'll
back.
work with you. So I guess, and I don't see that he's had a prior evaluation, and he pled guilty onto something earlier this year in Seattle Muni.
Yeah.
And Your Honor, I would just ask the court to remember its colloquy. I don't even know if it was a colloquy with Mr. Brewer at the previous
And
hearing.
I do recall.
Like, for example, on just any client in general, if they're asserting that their defense is that they are a majority stockholder in the airport.
No, I recall.
Yeah.
But my point is, how do you know though?
Reason to believe.
But listen, sir, you gotta
be
be
able to reasonably assist in. their
Listen,
defense
sir.
and being able
Listen,
to-
sir. You can't just base that off your opinion. Did you check and get that opinion, or this is factual based? Did you check the numbers, check the stockholder? Maybe I'm right. How do you know? It's multiple stores there besides just that. Starbucks, alone. My name is Walter Charles Brewer. Birthday is 1781. Now, in order for you to make that assumption about your opinion, it had to be actual factual. You should make an opinion-based assumption. You didn't do the research on it. You got to show me you did the research on it and let me know. Then tell me that I know. How do you know?
Mr. Brewer, the Port of Seattle is run by the Port of Seattle, which is a government organization. There is no, there are no shareholders.
Ma'am, you got to understand, it's also multiple stores that's located in that facility. It's what a Starbucks, as well as a host of others that you can have shares in as well.
I
You
don't want
got- you
them
guys gotta-
newsstands you are.
You guys got to do your research and just see. You got the computer right in front of you. Now, I'm not trying to
20
perceive
ounce
you going to go to the extent about that case yet.
$5.
Now, I'm still confident to know my case statute. Now, you give me a day or two, I can bring the information to you because there's nothing to
He's
look up.
claiming to be
Just look up
majority
shareholder.
owner
You
in
can
the
find out the
airport.
information on the
Yeah.
thing about who has some stock in it. Anybody can have stock in Starbucks. It's simple.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
even
It's
if you
simple.
have stock in Starbucks, that doesn't give you the right to trespass at the airport.
Oh, yes, ma'am. It doesn't. It
But I'm
doesn't.
not going to get into
It's done.
go further down that rabbit hole right now.
It doesn't, man. It doesn't. My main concern, ma'am, is just to get this over with and to get my life back in track as far as my housing and have a rapport with you, so to speak, or Mr.
You just
Jason
live
and
at the
Mr.
airport,
Matt about later about my behavior about the DHS. You know what I mean? We can discuss this probably later as far as about maybe I can turn my P in if they feel like it's inadequate, and my behavior is inadequate. Maybe we reverse it or something like this and come back if they
Mr. Brewer, what is the city's position regarding release?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
Sir.
missed the last word regarding what?
Release?
Sorry.
Certainly, this would be a case that I would ask for some type of bail on.
No bail, Your Honor. Just,
I guess as a preliminary matter, I'm a little confused how the person was released. I couldn't, obviously I was not part of the last hearing, but it appeared to me that per the docket, $100 in bail was imposed. Did he post that bail or was he released? All I see is that there was a release on June 9th, but I couldn't figure out what the mechanism was for his release. Was he PR'd or did he post the $100 bail?
It was a post, sir. It wasn't a PR. I don't mean to talk for you. I think it was a post because I said it adequate more than 6 days. Now that's the term why I wanted to get this case over and be guilty for.
Hold on, sir. We're just trying to. It's odd to have people talking about you, but just hold on tight.
Yes, sir.
It's not meant to be
It was
disrespectful.
June 3rd?
I saw June 9th. He was released. There's a docket entry that says he was booked June 3rd and he was released June 9th, but I also see that there was bail imposed. So it's just, there's no piece of information linking those two things.
Madam Clerk, do you have
I
any
think we can take his word, right?
insight into what happened?
Seems to be pretty,
About the airport or
Well, let me
about
look on
Starbucks?
the-
He posted bail.
It's adequate
It's on
bail.
the 610. There's a score jail release report booked and
Oh,
released
bail.
on
It
bail.
does say bail. Yeah.
Okay. So with that in mind, I do see that there are 2 other active warrants. So again, just looking at the case ending in 993 from June 3rd, there's bail posted, there was conditions of release. There are now an additional allegation of going back to the same exact place he was ordered not to go in that case with bail. He has 2 other active warrants. I also would point out that there is a reason that bail is
Habitual
imposed in the case ending in 993.
Guilty for these cases.
So I think for all those reasons, I would ask for bail in the amount of $500 on this case. I do believe that he's shown that he's not going to abide by court conditions or that he's going to appear on his own based on his FTA history.
So give me the chance to plead guilty, man. I know what pleading guilty means to this case, this whole situation, man. I don't mean over talk. I have a life to get back to. Now I understand the reason why most people are in this situation keep coming back is the housing.
I own an airport,
crisis.
Your Honor.
You have no adequate housing at the time. Now, once the housing is obtained, now it's more easy for me not to be in around these certain areas and situations. Now I have the housing now. Now if I'm in here more and have to go through this, I'm gonna lose it. And it goes back, puts me back to square one again. Now the court system has to deal with me again, maybe. I have to deal with another case because I'll be out on the street. The situation is nothing else stops. You know what I mean? But like
Are you
now,
able to post any amount of bail?
ma'am, the money that I had up on me, I don't know exactly what I had. Maybe $90, maybe less than that. Now, the previous time somebody came and posted bail for me, I got to pay that money back. That's why I don't have the adequate funds though, only to pay the bill. The money that I did have, like I say, the apartment that I do get is furnished a little bit. It's just a studio, but I still had to get adequate things that I need in there. I had $200 in food stamps, the food that I need, and things of that nature. I had to sign the lease part. The rest of the lease part will be signing today for it. You know what I mean? The money that I did have, I don't initiate have it to bail out in a sense because it's only in food stamps. I had to pay the $100 to the person that bailed me out previously. That's why my main concern was, as far as with Matt Zenner, just to plead guilty for these cases, nothing but a misdemeanor, man. I understand what the term of me pleading guilty means. Now you can ask me other folks what pleading guilty means, and you can see my competency about the
Again, Mr. Brewer, I wanted you to separate out the
Yes, ma'am.
release from pleading
Yes, ma'am.
guilty, because I could sentence, if you plead guilty to both of these crimes, I could sentence you to 2 years in jail.
For two misdemeanor, that's a statute of limitation.
It's the
No.
maximum possible penalty.
Statutes of limitation.
For trespassing, man, 2 years and 2 years.
1 year each.
1
Yeah.
year each for are you sure, man?
Yep, I'm 100% positive.
That's kind of gracious, man. For two trespass. Now, ma'am, I say this from
Wait, Mr. Brewer, I need you
Yes.
to just
Are you sure, Your
give me
Honor?
a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
I did.
So your appointment for the apartment is today?
Appointment for the apartment. I've been at the appointment for the apartment was Friday. I moved in Friday. Now I stepped out Friday because I had to talk to the caseworker this Monday to make sure I still had the things there for the lease apartment. Now, mind you, when I went through the case setting with Scott with King County, excuse me, it was kind of, I had to be incarcerated for a minute. I thought I lost the apartment, but she called me when I got out. She called me when I got out, let me inform me that I still had the apartment. So I had to go back that Friday. I took a shower. She told me to come back Monday to get further information and talk to the caseworker to finish the paperwork signing. You know what I mean? To make sure that I still have the apartment. Now, in the sense that, do I have an appointment for Monday? Yes, I have an appointment for Monday with the caseworker that's associated with the property, the apartment building.
Why are they letting
me to
him
get back in?
Keep talking.
What time is the appointment?
The appointment was anytime before 12 o'clock, I'm assuming.
It's 11:24 right now.
But the point is, ma'am, if I'm not there, I can't. The more I stay out, the more it's going to be worse. I'm not going to have an apartment. I can't bond out that quickly within a couple of days. If I'm there, even if I didn't make it there tomorrow, it'd be better than me not making it there at all in 2 or 3 days, or maybe even 10 days from now when I'm going back to court. Now, I assure you, ma'am.
Does Kirkland book into SCORE?
Yes,
I assure you, ma'am. I assure you, ma'am, with my heart. And what I honestly, that you would never see me, but I'm not going to run from this case at all. My intention is not to run from this case at all.
Well, let's go ahead and let him plead
Maybe
guilty.
he's talking to them. My intention is not to run from this case at all, man. And I
I
assure you.
understand that, and I believe you, Mr. Brewer. I believe that you've been very forthright with me throughout this whole conversation, and I believe you.
Thank you.
But the thing is, I don't think you're going anywhere because Kirkland has a $1,500 warrant.
Kirkland doesn't have 15. It's not extraditable. Kirkland does not have an extraditable warrant on me. I just left from that. That's the case that's what we're dealing with later. Them not extraditable warrants. I just bond out for them cases. I just bond. When I bond out, they released me. They just released me for them cases, ma'am. I just bond out for it. The case is not new, The case is more than 3 years old from a car, from somebody almost 3 years old, somebody using my ID in a car. That we gotta get that situated. Somebody used my identification. That wasn't even me. The point is we proving that fact right now. That's Texas non-extraditable. They're not coming to get me on it. I just brought it up for it.
I don't want
You
to talk
look
over
into
this
the
guy.
same
He's got so
jail where
much
you
to
are.
say.
They don't need to extradite you.
Man, I just got bonded out for it, man. They just bonded me out for it. I just bonded out and they released me.
No,
Maybe I dreamed that.
Huh? The case,
not in Kirkland, not in Kirkland.
the Kirkland cases, man, I'm talking about I just bonded out here for now. I had a warrant for that. I got 2 warrants. I got the trespassing warrant I got to deal with and the Kirkland warrant. Kirkland warrant. The Kirkland is the false identity warrant that I'm finna get dealt with. Now I just bonded out for here with them 2 warrants. They're not, I don't have to deal with it. They're not gonna come get me on it. You know what I mean? It's not gonna prohibit my release because they still let me out for it, man. Like they just let me out for it. How do
Well, they didn't book him on it last time. It's true. Otherwise,
they're not gonna book me on it, man.
Is he crazy or is he a genius? I can't figure out.
They're waiting for me to get information about my proof of identity was somebody used my identity. It wasn't me. I'm seriously. They were driving the car. It wasn't me at all. It's not extraditable. I'm not.
Okay. First of all,
I
I found over the weekend, yesterday, I did find probable cause for the case ending in 991. Mr. Brewer, I agree with you that if you have housing, we won't see you. I mean, in the sense that you'll make your court dates, but you won't trespassing at the airport.
Getting a call from
I am going to
upstairs?
release on your promise to appear. And
appreciate it.
okay, so you cannot go back to the airport.
Yes, listen, man. I assure you.
I just want to be absolutely clear about this. You
Did she talk
cannot
him
go
into
back
that?
To the airport.
You have my word. I assure you that'll be last time
She's
I go
gonna let
back
him
to that
go
place.
on a promise to
Now,
appear.
I'm going to keep back to the point now. You are sure you won't. You have my word. I won't even make a rebuttal or even make a direction on a train to even go that way. We'll be no need to. And I appreciate you giving me the chance. I really do. Because it shows a lot of even care.
Do we need to do a new order for competency evaluation with both case numbers, or can we just keep it? Let's just keep it at the one so that we're in line where we are.
Well,
And
there is
adopt
the
the
part-
finding on the other one. What?
Sure. I guess my only concern with that, I'm sorry to butt in, but on the new case, if there's no order for competency, then Speedy doesn't toll. And so that case, given that a competency evaluation takes many, many months out of custody, that would be my concern, is that the case would expire before the competency evaluation was ever completed.
Well, I can exclude the time between now and the next hearing for purposes of speedy trial. Mr. Zenner, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think, I mean, we're talking, we've lost 4 days or 5 days since he was, I don't know. if that's gonna be a difference. I don't think that's gonna make a difference in getting an out of custody evaluation timing.
I mean, it's easy to get the evaluation. I just go to DHS anyway. That's process is pretty much easy.
This is a completely different process, and you'll have to stay in touch with Mr. Zenner. His office will set it up.
Wow.
Mr.
Zenner
Brewer, I'm going to keep
took
this
a
on
hit
a
of
somewhat
vodka.
short leash, though. I mean, I just don't want things to get lost in the shuffle. So I'm going to set this on for next month, and we're going to just keep coming back every month to make sure that there are no failures to appear.
Thank you.
until this
No problem.
evaluation
Hello,
takes
Vivian.
place, okay? And when I say come back, what I really mean is, do you have access to a phone or a computer?
Yes, I have access to a phone, of course.
Okay. So it's going to be a Zoom hearing like we're having now, so you can call in with your phone.
Your Honor, it's a house phone. These, she is still there now. She's putting on makeup. Wow, she's been there a long
All
time.
right, I'm having trouble getting it to.
Did you see
Now,
that?
you said once a month, right? Or every once a,
Yeah, we're going to do it once a month until the evaluation is completed.
that's perfect. That'd be perfect.
Madam Clerk, I'm trying to set this for July 12th, and for some reason it won't.
They're gonna
me
just let
set
them
it.
out without
Are you able
a
to? I'll
real
get out
bond
of
or
it.
anything.
Yeah, I can try that, Your Honor. And just for clarification, Your Honor, are you signing
really
the
doing
order
this, right,
for
Your Honor?
the 1077
There.
today for out of custody?
I need
Yes.
clarification.
Okay,
Your Honor. I'm very
perfect.
confused.
And we'll sign a new one.
Call
with
me
their
at the,
case numbers on it,
Starbucks
so
at
then
the
Speedy
airport,
Trial
Your
told them both.
Okay, great. All right. Yes, I will put that date in. You said it was July 12th?
Correct.
Okay.
It'll be July
show up.
12th at 8:45. in
You'll
the
never be
morning.
there. There's
And that
no
will be
way
a
in
Zoom
hell.
Hearing. I'm making the finding that is a necessary court appearance in furtherance of bringing this
No
matter
way
to trial.
possible.
You must appear at that hearing, again, virtually, not in person, unless you are in good contact with your attorney and he has authority to waive speedy trial on your behalf. Otherwise,
I
you
honestly
fail
don't
to
even
appear
think
a
that his
warrant for
attorney is very
Yes, ma'am.
happy with
And
all
I'll show you
that.
guys, this is the last time for this. I have, this is the last time dealing with the court system, period, as far as not me, as far as me, dealing with this kind of way. I'm gonna go to court, of course. But yes,
He
I
does seem
appreciate
very
you.
competent.
Well,
I mean,
Mr. Brewer,
at times.
Mr. Mercer is
Then he just goes
questioning
off the
my
rails.
And then
judgment
it's-
here. I can tell. Let's prove him wrong, okay? Show up for court.
Okay, listen, that's no problem. The thing about, I wanted to make a mother rebuttal. Of course I will. And we've seen you guys some documents as well about certain other people's behavior
Rebuttal.
yeah, I'll come to court. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Giannis, the writ of
Madam Clerk,
habeas
are you having
corpus.
trouble as well?
Yana, can you give
Sorry,
me a ride to
Yana, we're
court
gonna
that
have
day?
to fix that because it's scheduled for 8 o'clock and it's not taking because it knows we don't do court at 8. So give me 1 second to fix that.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, we know what's going on there. I kind of wanted to see what's happening over here in Herman before we say goodbye.
I can't believe that Jamie Riley is still sitting there. And Rosetta, she's
She just
touching
did her
her
lips and then turned off the cam.
Nope.
Okay, that's what I'd like to know what the sentence was.
I see you got brunettes over there. You got any blondes? Maybe a redhead. That guy, I don't know how he talked his way into getting out. Not even had to pay anything.
It was insane.
He out crazied them.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing that YouTube can't figure out how to keep that off and out? It's
No idea. They don't know how to do it at all. They don't have to. You can't even block them from here. Like if I want to get rid of Fred Franklin, I could right now.
Yeah.
I want to get rid of them. I can't at all. There's so many of these courts you'll go to. If you look at their chat's on, it's full of these. I mean, just packed full. Yeah, he does. He's got rights for sure. And he knows all
He
about
figured it out. But also people that are kind of little cuckoo that need some help. I mean, I understand sitting in jail doesn't do it, but
you going around saying you own part of the airport because you're a majority shareholder. That might be a problem.
have some problems.
Could be an issue.
But you're not leaving, right? You're just across the hall, right?
What's that?
Just in case, you're across the hall.
I can be here anytime you need me, absolutely. If
Okay.
there is anything that you need me for the rest of the day, I
Oh.
Actually, I guess I need to look at what his case was, the gentleman in the white shirt.
How'd they get here from Twitter? They walk? Fly?
Yeah.
How'd they get here?
said
He
he
has
got-
minimum rights. Yes. The salt mine under that
So-
airport. He gets it.
her stacks of papers go. So this is her area,
Uh-huh.
all the way out to here and all the way out to this table.
We got mega table right there.
All right. I think that we will cut it there.
I think so too. We've got a busy day, everyone. We got a mini chase Monday. Yeah, judge was fair. He let her
All right.
out. I agree with that.
I mean, there's no reason to. I understand there's no reason to fill up the jails, which are already
overcrowded.
But yeah, why not any competency? Anything? He's a little cuckoo. I mean, why are we not? I don't know. It's just
Creed,
weird,
I mean,
but,
I know you thought that guy was hot and kooky, but this guy is too. I mean,
Oh, can we just peek in here for a second before we go?
I think
Okay,
he
that
learned.
one is also set at 8, so I can't add.
This
anything.
guy thinks he owns the mall.
Yes, he owns the Starbucks at the mall.
Okay, we'll have that fixed. Let me just 1 second, Your Honor. Sorry.
What did
we don't
Jeremiah
actually need it on
Johnson
this
do?
one, so I'm
Get
just
your
gonna leave that
guesses in now. Oh, he's so tired.
He hasn't been sleeping. I know that much.
He was up working all night.
I'm
I'll
guessing
set
we
it
might
for
have
the
another
next date
trespass.
that we actually set.
You think he's engine it? Yeah, he did. I need you to read this line.
This guy, Jesus, he's tired. Is he going to get out?
Your Honor, Ruth is going to fix that for
free and clear?
816.
Okay. I'll wait.
You seem to be good to go. We'll let you on out right now.
Brittany, he would have to have a domestic situation.
Yeah, you're trying to say this stud ain't got a woman? Come on, man. Women's love a guy that looks like this. Bad boy.
No, the guy that you said that needs to be let out and is perfectly fine said that he owned the airport and that he owned the Starbucks and other things in the airport. He was on the board.
And he's trespassed so many times now that
from the airport that he owns, the guy that you said should be
that he could possibly go in to jail for a
Your
year.
Honor.
So that's why we're making jokes about this guy owning the mall. Let's see how fair of a judge we have if this meeting gets right out too. Stole a horse.
Claim jumping.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hey, that's a good point. Viking, if I beat somebody up at a homeless shelter, is that
All right.
technically a PV?
Could be.
And is this Mr. Griffin?
Yes, Sharon, this is Lonnie Dwight Griffin Jr. This is Port Seattle, case
what a
CPS 028760. Matthew Zenner on behalf of Mr. Griffin this morning.
Lonnie Dwight
for arraignment.
Griffin Jr.
Sir, is your name Lonnie Dwight Griffin Jr.?
Yes.
And what's your date of birth, Mr. Griffin?
September 30th, 1984.
Your Honor, defense acknowledges receipt of the written complaint, waives further for more reading, enters a plea of not guilty. I did review with Mr. Griffin the one count of criminal trespass first degree.
It
the
definitely wouldn't
possible
mind.
Maximum penalties.
Good job, Creed.
Also review with him his right to arraignment. He had no questions about either. In talking with him about a direct appointment, he does automatically qualify under the RCW, so we ask for that as well. At this time, nothing else from defense.
If not guilty, will enter. I did find probable cause yesterday and I'm adopting that finding today. What is the city's, and I will direct a point. What is the city's recommendation regarding release?
I'm going to defer to the court on bail, just ask for conditions of release of no criminal law violations and no return to the airport.
This is going to take like 2 minutes.
Any
What the other
objection
one
to
took
those conditions?
2 hours.
No, Your Honor.
Because he knows how to sit there and shut up.
Based on the lack of criminal history, I will release you on your promise to appear, sir, on condition that you attend all future court appearances, have no new criminal law violations.
Look how
update
happy he
your
is.
address with the court and DOL immediately if there are any changes. And the address that we have on file is on Queen Anne Avenue North in Seattle. Can you still receive mail there?
Yes.
If there are any changes, be sure to update that. And that you have no contact with SeaTac International Airport or the rental car facility. Except for
He was at the
valid
airport
travel
too.
purposes. Unless you have a ticket in your hand, you cannot be at the airport, okay?
All right.
At the rental car place, he can't go back to.
Unless he has a
We
guy
will
that was
set
just
this
in there with
on
you.
For
He'll
a
give you.
pre-trial hearing out of custody.
Are they
Do you have
buddies?
access to a telephone or a laptop computer?
Computer, yeah.
Okay, we'll set this on for a out of custody hearing on July 12th at 8:45 in the morning. And that will be a Zoom hearing just like we're having now, so you can log in with your computer.
All right.
I am making the finding that is a necessary court appearance in furtherance of bringing this matter to trial, and you must appear at that hearing virtually again, not in
One
person.
wild ass
Unless
airport.
you are in good contact with your attorney and he has authority to waive speedy trial on your behalf. Otherwise, if you fail to appear, a warrant will likely issue. All right, thank you, sir.
He gets his
Thank you.
airport, his mail at the Avis outside the airport.
Stay out of Washington is right. Guys, thank you so much. Record number of lives today, which is awesome.
Good
Always
stuff.
like to, see an upward trend.
Yeah, and if you're watching anywhere but our We Got a Case YouTube, think about going over there. It's nothing but cases. That's all you'll see over there. You won't see any chases. You won't see any of the other yummy nuggets that we serve up on the Queens and Bishop Show page. Oh, no. Strictly the cases.
So we'll see you guys back here at 405 East for We Got a Chase.
Oh, that guy looks way too normal. That just sat down.
He does.
He's going to get him start yelling.
And again, tomorrow we kick off our broadcast day at noon East. I know it's a little early for West Coasters, but the hell else you got to do?
Yeah, like you got a job or something.
Yeah, right. For Voyeur Voyage tomorrow, noon East, and then we'll be back at 1 o'clock East. Here for We Got a Case, and again back 4:05. See a trend there? Well, good.
It's kind of easy to remember. All right, guys, we'll be back. If you haven't already liked the video, please do so, because that helps us out so much. If you're over there on the thank you. If you're over there on the Facebook, share this out. Make sure you follow. Follow is the way to do it. Liking is nice, but following makes you feel so much better. Until next time.
Diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes.
I think that's
Bless
it.
you. Bless you.
Thank you.